Howdy, folks. How are you today? How's the sound? And what have you been up to today? Just move a bit forward. I've been working on my Sony Animation sequels ranking video. That's pretty much been my life for the past 2 or 3 weeks. It's almost done. It's kind of like halfway done, maybe even more than that. There's not much left, and I have the next few days off from my second job, so plenty of time to get it all done. I definitely will get it done. Okay. Listy says, I should have eaten before this stream. I'm gonna be hungry Homer. Yeah. I really recommend eating before the... That should be like, I should include that in my announcement. Either eat before a food stream or eat during a food stream. I would eat during. I would definitely eat during. Speaking of hungry Homer, there's a van in Sheffield. It's like a burger van, and it's called Hungry Home, and I thought that's really damn good marketing on so many levels. Evan says, hey, hello everyone, guess what? This Wednesday is my 19th birthday. Happy birthday this Wednesday. I'll be able to wish you a happy birthday on the day if you come to my quiz stream. It's gonna be your birthday will be falling on my quiz stream on Disney history. Leo, nothing like settling down for a stream with a cuppa and some chocolate mochi balls. I've never really liked mochi. I should retry. I should definitely retry. But I remember when I was a teenager and I tried mochi before, I was like, I just didn't like the texture. The texture freaked me out. Oh, and it said the stream's a nice break from editing a video. That's good. Train Lover says they're just in time. Cursed, I've been good. Just babysat my youngest nephew the other day. Oh, that's cute. For some reason, I don't know what's going on there. User hidden, message hidden from blocked user. Huh. Listy, I just painted my nails, so I can't eat right now. I'm such a fool. It's like you're building on. It's like you're building on where you screwed up. You could have eaten before the stream. You didn't. You could have eaten during the stream, but you painted your nails. Brilliant. Like, I only tried mochi earlier this year. The texture fascinated me. Must have been fiddling with it for ages before I finally ate one. No, I get you. It's a weird ass texture. I don't know why it's so weird with me. Okay, so we're gonna start the tier list soon. This tier list is going to be on foods from Dreamworks movies, and here's the interesting thing, is that I've already done tier lists on foods from Disney and Pixar, and I feel like Dreamworks has more foods. I'm not sure why. I mean, on the one hand, Dreamworks is more of a sequel factory compared to Pixar and Disney, and Dreamworks has a lot of characters that you would expect to be like eating food all the time. So those are my reasons, that my theories. But yeah, there's quite a lot of food. So much so that I chose not to include some food, because some scenes it's just like a whole scene. Thank you for following, Panda Noko 2002. So yeah, there's a lot of scenes in Dreamworks movies where characters are eating together, and I was like, I can't do all that food. There's just so much food there. I'm not grading that. Leslie, has Jambareeqi tried noodles? Yes, I love noodles. I absolutely love noodles. My favorite meal is it's a type of Japanese noodle soup. I love it to bits. It's like got chili, fried tofu, mushrooms. So freaking good. Love it. Train Lover, Dreamworks' next film isn't a sequel. Anyone planning on seeing The Bad Guys in cinemas? I am. Yep, I'm definitely gonna see The Bad Guys. I'm not sure how I'm gonna see it though, because I'm so busy. I'm A, so busy, and B, because my second job kind of like dictates a lot of my scheduling. It's really difficult to find time for the cinema anymore. It really is. It's more possible for me to see like streaming releases. If I'm honest, I mean, like, I can probably spare time for Turning Red because that's going straight to Disney Plus. Listing favorite type of noodle. I'm all about udon. Yes, I was just about to say udon is my favorite. I love udon. I know a lot of people find udon too thick and too almost yeah, just too thick. But like, I kind of like it. But it depends what you put the udon with, because sometimes I've had udon with something and I'm like, no, you can kind of taste the thickness of the udon. But with some broths, you can make udon. I don't know what it is, but it just makes it less overwhelming, I guess. Lakeful girl asks, what is your second job? I'm keeping that private. It's probably Hotel Transylvania 4 began playing in my local theatre. Ooh, I didn't know it was playing in theatres. I thought it was only straight to Amazon. Amazon Prime. That's how I saw it. I only got Amazon Prime just because it's the only way I could see Hotel Transylvania 4. Right, let's begin the tier list. Let's begin the tier list to get the ball rolling. Right. Oh, hang on. What is going on? Hang on. There we go. Right, so I had to move some stuff around so that it would let me do these things. So the first one we're going to talk about, the first one I'm going to put into the tier list, into the machine, is the honey from B-Movie. So for those who don't know, there's a brand of honey in B-Movie that's like endorsed by actor Ray Liotta. It's just called Ray Liotta honey. Not sure what to really say. It's just honey. It's just honey. It does look very nice. I mean, like, this was like Dreamworks in the like probably like, I think, wasn't it Dreamworks like late 2000s? So like the rendering was getting better by now. And yeah, it looks like very nice honey. I'll say the only thing that kind of like puts me off is Uncanny Valley Ray Liotta. That is it. If you took the label off, it'd be like, pretty good honey. I think Ray Liotta just docks points for me. So B-Movie's 2007, so kind of like mid-late 2000s. Yeah, their rendering was definitely improving. I mean, they started in CGI in like the late 90s, I think, with ants. So they had a long time. So yeah, what does everyone think of the honey from B-Movie? Any opinions? Like I said, I think it looks like nice plain honey. It's probably a bit too much, if I'm honest. I mean, like, I don't need that much honey. Evan says C tier. Any reason why you'd rank it C tier? Leo, well, if it's good in a cuppa or poured on a pancake, then it's an A for me. I like my honey the most. Like, if I was to, like, say what's a good honey, it's how well it goes with a Greek yogurt, because Greek yogurts were a big part of my childhood, because going to Greece was like a tradition for my family. So yeah, if the honey goes well with Greek yogurt, then it's good honey to me. Listy says perfect for pancake day. Rocky says honey is honey. Lateful Girl says it looks fine. Train Lover says I'd give it a B. I mean, yeah, it's nothing to... I kind of get what people are saying. Like, it's nothing to get that excited about. It's just honey. And I'd say the only thing that puts me off is Ray. I feel like C's too harsh. A's too nice. S is way too nice. Maybe, so that's why I feel like it should be a B. Does everyone agree with that? Does anyone want to challenge that? Do you think it's a B? Kirst also says B. It's a very B looking thing. Yeah, B move. How did it take that long to work that out? B. For the memes. Okay, so the next one is baby food from Boss Baby. It counts. It's technically food, and it's in a DreamWorks movie. So yeah. I've heard baby food actually tastes really nice. I've heard that like it actually tastes really nice despite it not being for adults. Evan says F tier for baby food. I think there's a part of me that's actually curious what it tastes like. Because you gotta remember, we've not had baby food since we were babies. We can't objectively say that it tastes nasty. And we can't ask babies, does that taste good? They can't talk back. Listy says baby food is awful. Oh, okay. Does anyone get any other objective opinions on baby food if it tastes nice? You know what? I should actually bought some baby food for the stream just so I can go, okay, I'll put it in this grate. Because I don't know. Leah says, it's weird that I find the smell of baby food fascinates me, mainly nostalgic, but no way would I eat it. A lot of people are like, Again, morbid curiosity would make me want to eat it, but like, I would probably regret it straight after. So, I would say that's a C. I mean, like, it doesn't look unedible, and you gotta think about the kinds of foods that I've done on these tier lists before, where it's like literal garbage or literal shit. That's not me being hyperbolic. Some of these tier lists have actually had to rank shit for food. It's like, this looks better than shit. This is better than the poo-poo platter from Bug's Life. It's better than the garbage from Monsters University. So, I'd say C's fair. C's fair, I'd say. Late forgot. I would feel really weird buying it. I don't have kids. What if you bought like loads and what if you just filled your shopping basket with loads of baby food and just have the most serious expression on your face while you're doing it? And then every time someone asks, do you really need that much baby food, just say nothing. Leah says, reminds me there was once a fad diet that was literally the baby food diet. I heard of that. So I'm going to go with C for baby food. I don't even know what flavour that is. It looks orange, so maybe it's like just like mashed carrot or something. See, I'm C. It's purely from morbid curiosity. Because I don't know. I don't know. And I'm kind of curious how well it holds up. Evan, baby food doesn't have any flavors. It doesn't have any flavor. What? I've never heard that. Then again, I don't think babies really care. If they're hungry, they'll eat anything. So yeah, I'm going with C. Do people think that's a fair ranking? Do people agree that it's a C tier? I feel like everyone's going to say no, you're being too nice. Anyone? Leah, I wouldn't know where to put it. That's what I mean. It's like, where's a fair way? What's a fair way of ranking baby food? I'm gonna go with C though. I feel like this is a very C. Listy says C for babies, F for anyone older. I mean, yeah, it's good for babies. Babies like it. I suppose C, it's not inedible. Exactly, that's my point. There's morbid curiosity, and it will. You can't eat it. Nothing's stopping you from eating it. You'll get weird looks. So yeah, I'm gonna go with C for baby food. And we spent a bit more time than I thought talking about the baby food. Okay, so the next one. It's also from Boss Baby. It's the cookies. The cookies. Now, I love my cookies. I love cookies so much. I love freshly baked cookies that you can get from like a supermarket bakery. Love it so much. But like, it kind of depends for me what kind of cookies I want and what I'm in the mood for. If it's like soft cookies, then like I'll just eat the whole thing. But if it's hard cookies, I need it to dip it in coffee or milk or hot chocolate or something. To make it a bit soggy. Looking at these, it's hard to really tell what the texture is without seeing a character eat one of the cookies. Quite big. I've just seen they're quite big, but the chocolate chips are big, and I like that. Not many chocolate chips though. Most cookies have a lot of chocolate chips in them, but these ones don't seem that many. I doubt it's going to be too hard as well, because they were baked for babies, so it's probably gonna be like very soft and gooey. So yeah, I'm cool with these cookies. They're big. They're gonna be soft and gooey. The chocolate chip chunks. There's not many of them, but they're big. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Evan says A or S tier for cookies. Train Lover says B. Leo, S. Cannot go wrong with chocolate chip cookies, especially if they're a little soft. Those ones look good. Cursed, I would usually prefer white chocolate cookies, so that would be a C tier for me. Oh, I do like white chocolate cookies. Rocky, chocolate chip cookies are always S tier. Leo, are the cookies big or do they just look big compared to the baby? I didn't think about that. They do a lot. They're not as big as his head. So, but the baby's heads are quite small, aren't they? That's a good point. I wish we could just get like an adult to come in this scene right now and pick up one of the cookies just to show like a more accurate size. So yeah, they could be kind of small. They're probably medium. They're probably medium sized. I mean, babies are small, but they're not borrowers. Listy, A because only closers can have them. I don't know what you mean by closers. Late for gold. There might be homemade since store-bought are not usually this big. Yes, there's going to be some homemade charm to them. I feel like the parents most likely bake them for the babies. Cursed. Also, doesn't the big baby eat the cookie and then spits it out, so that puts me off eating them? True, but as they are before a baby touches or tries any of them. Leo, I suppose if babies are eating them, they won't be rock hard, not like they have a coffee to dip in. Imagine the babies, Mother, you make these cookies for me, but they were just too hard and crispy. Give me some coffee. I like them soft and gooey. Right, okay, so I'm gonna go with S tier. I mean, I love cookies to bits. I rarely ever had a bad cookie. Those look pretty nice. They look golden. They look like they're gonna be soft and gooey. And they look big, but not too big because they're for babies. So yeah, S tier for cookies. Right. What's the next one? The next one is the tuna casserole from Captain Underpants. So I'm vegetarian, but I've had tuna fish pie. So they kind of, I don't know if it's the same kind of thing though. But like, I remember tuna fish pie being like one of my obsessions before I became a vegetarian. I loved it to bits. But I feel like this one is an S tier for one big reason, and that is because it was made with love. And it's personal. Like this lunch lady made it for the head teacher in Captain Underpants. It's a romantic gesture, and like she gathered the courage to not only make that and spend time on it and work hard on it, but also to present it to the teacher. So like there's a lot of love put there. There's so much love put into it. That's why I'd say it was SD. Even if it tastes crap, my God, it's got so much heart behind it. Evan says E tier. Leo, F for me. I cannot stand tuna, even hate the smell. Again, before I was a vegetarian, I love tuna. I really love tuna. I especially when I got into bodybuilding and boxing, I actually ate quite a bit of tuna. Evan, Krupp is the principal, not a teacher. Well, in the UK, we don't have principals. We call them head teachers. Train Lover, I don't like casserole and I don't like hot tuna, so I'd give it a D. Kurt says D tier. I'd honestly only eat the jalapenos. At least I think they are. So yeah, it's tough because again, the sentiment behind it, is absolutely friggin' adorable and wholesome. But I don't know if I would actually eat it, even before I was a vegetarian. Oh, it's tricky. It's tricky. I love the meaning behind it, and maybe the meaning. I don't know if the meaning like outweighs everything else or not. Listy, I don't mind grilled tuna, but the tin tuna is horrible to me. Evan, so you don't mind tuna or any fish? I don't eat fish at all. Now I'm a vegetarian, But before I was vegetarian, I did really like fish. I really love tuna and I really love salmon. I ate a lot of salmon. It seems like a lot of people that don't like tuna casserole. So it's hard to tell if it's going to be good or not. At the end of the day, this is my tier list. So it's up to me. And yeah, I'm sticking to S tier. I'm sticking. Thank you. Oh, that's a YouTube subscription. So yeah, S tier. I'll put it in S tier. Again, mainly because of the love behind it, and like you can tell, and like a lot of people that like when they do handmade gifts, they're kind of rough. But if you look at that thing, it looks like she spent a lot of work on that. And it must have been really hard to like spell out crop as well with jalapenos. So yeah, again, yeah, the love was there, the hard work was there. Yeah, and I do feel like that outweighs what it will taste like. Okay, so what's next? The next one is chicken pie from Chicken Run. It's uncooked. There are no shots of it cooked. Because we only see the chicken pie when the characters go into the slaughterhouse. So it's more, the pies are more of an obstacle than something to eat. But I remember as a kid thinking that looks like it tastes nice, even though there's gonna be no meat in it. It's just gravy, and it's gonna be completely uncooked. So yeah, I don't know what to really make of this one. Evan says, "See your deity since it looks bland and has a huge lack of personality and love." I don't know, because like I like the little I think they're supposed to be like chicken feet marks on there. But yeah, in terms of like, yeah, it hasn't been made for love because it was made by Mrs. Tweedy, who was just full of hate. So yeah, and it's not homemade; it's a factory production. Train Lover, not a fan of these sorts of pies, especially not with vegetables and gravy. Kerr says there's also mixed vegetables as well. Leo says chicken pie is a tough one. A good British chicken pie can hit or miss for me. Didn't this one have other stuff inside it besides the chickens? Yeah, I've been told there's also veggies in there. Again, it's because you got to remember, it's uncooked. we're grading this on how it's presented in the film. It's uncooked. Would you still eat it uncooked? That's the thing you've got to ask yourself. Sorry, Evan, but like, it was really hard to like get any like decent pictures on Google Images. It was really hard to find. Rocker says raw chicken pot pie is F tier. Cooked chicken pot pie is A tier. Well, in the actual film, it's uncooked. So maybe it belongs in D just because you can't eat it really, and it's just gonna taste foul because it's not cooked, and it's not finished, and it's not made with love. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here that just it's not got much going for it. It really has not got much going for it. So yeah, I'm gonna put this in D tier. Does everyone agree this belongs in D tier, or does anyone have any other points? Evan, who knows? The chickens might die from the uncooked pie due to disease. Leo, because if this tastes like another bland chicken dinner in a pastry case, then it's a no for me. But if it's like other chicken pies I've had before, then it's a C. Damn it, Rocky, it tastes foul. Right, yeah, so I'm gonna go with D. I'm gonna go with D. So many reasons to not approve of that one. So the next one is the egg, the dinosaur egg from Crudes. So first of all, it looks really pretty. It looks damn pretty. And I think what kind of helps it, what makes it look really tasty, even though it's not been cooked yet, is because the Crudes family are so desperate to get it. And like they have to work as a family to get to it, and like they will risk their lives to have this egg. So like it really adds a lot of value to it because of that. Okay, so no one's talking about the egg yet. I was just following the chat, trying to find out where people are at. See the egg? It looks like, I don't know if this has been exported outside the UK, but in the UK we have Cadbury's mini eggs. It looks like a Cadbury's mini egg. It looks like it's going to be full of chocolate. I know it's not full of chocolate because it does get cracked in the film. But it makes it look like it. Yes, even Listy's saying it looks like a giant Cadbury mini egg. And if it was a mini egg, then yes, it would be S tier. Evan says it looks good, however, I don't like how the family consumes the egg, so not an S tier. I don't mind how it's eaten. As long as it's cooked. Leah, I'm skeptical because I remember not liking other birds' eggs I've tried outside of chickens, so God knows what a dino one is like. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a lot there. And again, if the crews are willing to risk their lives to get it, it's probably gonna taste friggin' good. Dunn says, it's been a while since I've been here. Hello, Dunn. How are you? So yeah, I feel like this is a case where the look of the egg is really, aesthetically, the look of the egg is really nice, and the desperation to get it makes it look tasty. But when they actually eat it, you're like, huh. It's a little anticlimactic. So yeah, I'd say it's A tier. I want to go with A tier. I mean, it's a lot. It's a big egg, so there's going to be a lot there. Lakeful Girl, it kind of looks like those mini chocolate eggs I saw in the store at Easter time. A lot of people say it looks like... It's not chocolate, everyone. It's not chocolate. Rocky, I wonder what it would taste like as an omelette. I guess they could make it into an omelette if they knew how. Done. I'm good and don't like colourful eggs. You don't like colourful eggs? Oh no! I'm guessing you don't like Easter then. So I'm saying A, like maybe like a low A. I don't know if they're after it because of the taste, but a massive egg like that will mean protein and calories to survive. That's actually how it works in these situations, especially for the energy spent to get it. Yeah, I kind of wish I knew how it tasted. It's tricky. Maybe B then. There is a part of me that's like worried that it tastes like crap, and like they're only having it, they're only eating it because there's nothing else to eat, and all the animals that they could probably eat they can't kill because they're not brave enough. Okay, yes, I'm gonna go with B. I'm going with B. Do people agree that this is a B? Am I being nice? Am I being harsh? Am I being fair? Yeah, this is very B. The more I think about it, it's like I like the idea of the egg more than what the egg will probably taste like. But we'll see. We'll see what chat says. Maybe someone in chat has like a really good point. Evan, if only TV had a feature to allow you to taste food on screen. Oh, I would love that. I just watch Studio Ghibli films all day. LicoVision. That sounds like some like John Waters or William Castle gimmick. I'm surprised that they never did that. I'd say C. That's why it's probably like a low B. I've been going lower and lower, haven't I? But yeah, I'm gonna go with. Dang, this is hard. I'm gonna go with low B. For me, it's a low B. It's a low B. Okay, so what's next? The next one is also from the Croods. It's a giant meat. Now I found this online, but I can't remember what the meat is of. It has to be some kind of prehistoric animal, and there's a lot of it. There's definitely a lot of it, and we do see the Croods eating it, and they look like they're really damn enjoying it. So maybe the meat is very good. Yeah, people are going to probably have to remind me how this scene plays out, because I've not seen Croods in years. Evan, you can always do a flip coin if you can't decide a rating. Oh, that doesn't sound fair. No, I'd rather like hear people out. Train says I'd give that a B. Kes says it's a bird they're eating. Okay, so basically it's a giant cooked bird. Okay. I don't know what to make of it. I really don't know what to make of it. It's a bird. It's a giant roasted bird. Evan, I don't know about this one. It looks more like an open cave than food. It's maybe too big. Leo, now this I'm on board with. Can't go wrong with a ton of meat. A tier. Okay. Has any other meat eaters got an opinion? Do you like a lot of meat? Are you against too much meat, or you're in the middle where you kind of don't care how much meat there is, just give you meat? Plus, Evan also says, plus I don't want to eat those bones. You don't have to eat the bones. Listy, it's a dark meat bird like a goose, probably not great. Done. Oh geez, that's a Thanksgiving meat. I feel like what the scene has, because I saw the scene, I tried to track down the scene, and what's definitely happening is that the family are enjoying it. They're really enjoying it. It doesn't look like they're stuck eating it. It looks like they're really tearing their teeth into them. Dunn says, I love meat. I'm in the middle. Late's Full Girl says, the closest thing I tried to this is turkey leg. They are really good, and you got to put a lot of focus on eating it. Yeah, I don't know what to really make of this one. I mean, the closest... Leo has pitched A, so maybe it is an A. Do people agree it's an A? Because I really don't have any strong opinions on this one. Anyone want to, like, challenge that it's an A? Chris says maybe B or C tier for me, but I'm more of a boneless person when it comes to my meat. Okay. Done. Did they have knives to cut it? Probably. They probably had, like, some sharp objects to cut it. But they don't. They kind of, like, run at it and, like, eat it by hand. Yeah, Rocky's right. They tore it apart with their hands. So we've got a mix of like A, B, and C's. So I think maybe in the middle of everyone's opinions would be a B. So let's go with a B. I feel like B's fair enough. B, right next to B movie. So it looks like Crudes has a lot of B tier food. Okay, so what's next? The next up is the fish from How to Train Your Dragon. It's literally just a fish. I'm surprised there's not that much food in the How to Train Your Dragon movies, but I couldn't really find any other examples. They mainly drink. They mainly drink in the How to Train Your Dragon films. But fish is when you think of food and associate it with the franchise, apparently fish is what comes to mind. I don't know if it's cooked. I can't say if it's cooked. I'm not sure what species of fish it is. Lissy says no, also no. Evan says it looks okay, probably a B or C. Train says raw fish B. Dunn says ooh raw, they need to cook that. So everyone thinks it looks raw. Well, it does look raw, doesn't it? Yeah. Train, it would be A if it was cooked. Listy, it's covered in dragon slobber. Don't think about when it's eaten. I think before it's eaten. Every food we're going to be grading is going to be covered in slobber by the time it's eaten. Think about before it's eaten. Yeah, everyone's looking at it like Toothless picked it up, Toothless ate it, Toothless left slobber on it. Think before that. Leo, it's a shame we don't get to see more Viking dishes. I was thinking that. It's a shame. It really is a shame. Because like when I was researching for food in these films, like it's barely present. It's barely present. Late Full Girl says D. It is raw. So yeah, probably D. Probably is very much a D. No one is arguing that white would be higher than a D. Anyone want to counter whether it's a D tier? Any raw fish fans out there? Now's your time to take a stand. This is, no, I mean, Toothless gives it to Hiccup after he half ate it, like the cake in the lone stage. He does, but when Hiccup comes into the scene, the fish is fine. It's just not cooked. Leo, oh god damn, if you're going to judge the chicken pie as being raw because of the image you got, we can't pass that it's been in Toothless's mouth. True, I guess. But I mean, like, there's all the foods in these films have gone through mouths. Yeah, I'm gonna go with D. Do people agree that it's a D? Ooh, some people are going C. Why are some people going for C? Evan says C is average, that's why. Curse also says D. Rocky says raw fish is a D. We're mainly getting more D's than C, so... And I don't really have... Again, like the giant meat, I don't have a strong opinion on this one. Yeah, so let's go with D. It is very much a D. Okay, so what's the next one? Ooh, okay, we're on to actual cooked food finally. Okay, the dumplings from Kung Fu Panda. I love Chinese dumplings. They're absolutely amazing. Because I once dated a Chinese woman, and we had dumplings quite a lot, and I just, oh, they're so damn good. You have no idea. I feel like Kung Fu Panda underplayed how good they are. We're just saying a lot, because look at that. But like, it's definitely an S tier. They look great. I'm not sure what they're gonna be filled with, but I've never had a bad filling for a dumpling. So I doubt it's something awful, especially if it's something that Poe will fight for. Poe is willing to fight for this dumpling, and it is the incentive to make him become a better martial artist. Evan says S tier. Yep, definitely. Let's see. Depends on the filling, but generally an A. Leo says Chinese food always an S tier. Agreed. Done. Okay, I want to have some A for sure. For sure for butts. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Evan, S tier because of the large amount of anticipation and build up. Absolutely. And there's quite a lot there though. Keep in mind there's quite a lot of dumplings there. Leo, I actually had prawn dumplings from the Asian deli today. Awesome. Rocky, dumplings look like an S tier food. They do look great. They do look they look so damn good. I think Kung Fu Panda was, I think it was like 2007, 2008, 2009, that kind of era, and like Dreamworks were definitely like, ooh, pushing up the rendering a bit more. Late Full Go, I actually tried making these dumplings after watching Feast of Fiction. They tasted good, but they fell apart, so not my best made dish. Dumplings are very hard to make. I actually tried to make Czech dumplings before, and like they were just foul. They're the worst thing I ever cooked, so I don't blame you. They're really tricky to make. Train Lover C, never been the biggest fan of Chinese food. Cursed, I was obsessed with these dumplings when I was young. I was so annoyed when Poe threw it back to Shifu. S tier without a doubt. We're getting a lot of S's. Evan says Kung Fu Panda is 2008. Cool, great. It does look like a 2008 film. Done. In my Caribbean culture, we make dumplings, but boiled. Ah, right, okay. So yeah, this definitely seems like an S. There's nothing wrong with it. It's Chinese dumplings, which are always great. Poe makes them look delicious. They do look delicious. I don't see a downside. Honestly, don't see a downside. Listy Room Z, am I weird for being more interested in the bowl? It's very nice. I didn't notice the bowl is very nice. So there you go. Another reason to like it. Great presentation. Great presentation. It adds to it. It definitely adds to it. If you put them in a boring bowl, you probably would have taken a little something away. But you've got a nice, fancy, pretty bowl full of pans and stuff. I'm not sure what pans, but yeah, it's cute. It's a cute bowl. Yeah, S tier. I don't think anyone could really challenge that. How can you complain about that? It reminds me of my grandmother's cooking, so bouncing. Oh, that's so cute. So yeah, S tier. Absolutely an S tier. Without a doubt. What's next? Ooh, Mr. Bing's noodle soup. Like I said earlier on, noodle soup is my favorite food, so immediately S tier. just going straight to S tier. I do love my noodle soup, and I've got a lot of favourite restaurants in Sheffield that serve some of the best noodle soup ever. Like, such good noodle soup. So yeah, I've never had a bad noodle soup. Never. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever. Unless I made it. I've made some bad noodle soups. Everyone is going S, 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 S. Evan, would you say that Kung Fu Panda movies showed the best food? I probably would, yeah. Actually, I probably would say that, yeah. Done. I love Chinese noodles. They're just amazing S tier. They really friggin' are. They're so damn good. Like, even though I love my udon the most, a nice Chinese noodle soup, I just can't turn down. Really cannot turn down. Leo, Chinese food again, and noodles S without a doubt. Lateful Girl also posts friends love them. Everyone loves them. And there's also that charm of the fact that Mr. Ping put so much love into it. And the noodle soup, like the dumplings, have an integral part in the storytelling because it ties in with the message of the film. So yeah, it's great, it's great, it's great. It's fantastic. And like, it's Mr. Ping's noodle shop is just adorable, and it brings the community together, and yeah, no complaints. This is S tier. I don't know how anyone could counter this being anything lower than S tier. You can't. You just can't. I've decided. No one can convince me otherwise. It's S tier. Whoa. There we go. So what's next? The steaks in Madagascar. Again, which are uncooked. That's the thing, is that DreamWorks have done a lot of food scenes, but a lot of the food seems to be raw. So take that as you will. And it's like 3 slabs as well. No one can eat that. Only a lion can eat that many. The steaks aren't cooked. The steaks are definitely not cooked. But Alex looks like he's excited for him. Because they're not cooked. And like, I even researched online, and people are like noticing, yeah, it's not cooked. Just got to remember, animals in the wild eat food raw. They don't exactly start fires to cook their steak, to cook their meat. Rocky. Oh, this is an S for a lion. F if you're a zebra. Dang. Rocky. Raw steak is D tier. Cooked steak is A tier. Lateful Guy. I love steaks, but I am not eating them raw. Train Lover. It's fucking raw, as Gordon Ramsay would say. Leah says, I can't deny they look good. I feel the carnivore side of me that wants to sink my fangs into them, but my higher brain desperately wants to chuck them on a good open fire. I'd say A or B.
It's cooking them! It's cooking them! It's ruining them!
Evan, so wouldn't the fact that lions eat raw food make the steaks an S tier? I'm not a lion, Evan. We're ranking this from a human's perspective. And like, there's a lot of food. There's a lot of food on here that are designed for animals. On my tier list before them for animals. But again, this is from my perspective. I'm deciding whether I think they look good, but I'm also listening to chat to see if they have any objective points. Train Lover, it's so raw, it's still moving. Train Lover, B would be A if it was cooked. What? That's generous. Cursed, I have this film to thank for my unrealistic expectation of steaks and maybe C it tier, but only because of that funny smash cut of Alex eating the steak whole. Yeah, I do remember as a kid looking at steaks in cartoons, even though when they weren't cooked, I'm thinking that looks really nice. Done. Steak is S tier, even though I barely eat it. But would you eat it raw? That's the question. Am I gonna say that, John?
My steaks, precious comes to daddy.
Leo, I'd only rank it high because that looks like a good quality meat. It does. And you gotta remember, like, it's New York Zoo, so they probably really do take high care of their animals. So it probably is really, really damn good quality. And plus, Alex is a star, so they're gonna pamper him. But it's raw. It's raw. We're just gonna have to. It's just gonna have to be in D tier because it's raw. If it was cooked, then possibly like A or S tier. But there's probably too many slabs. Stitch and Gollum sound very similar.
Oh, this is my family. It's broken, but still good.
Because Gollum is basically like a scratchier, rougher Gollum. Why do people want to eat this raw? Lister says, I mean, you can have raw steak in restaurants, but I think it's special cut from fancy cattle. Ah, okay. But we've done that now. What's the next one? The next one is cake from Peabody and Sherman. That cake looks friggin' amazing. It really does. And the thing is, I've really been craving cake lately, because where I work, we deal with cake. And when I look at the cake, I'm like, I kind of want that. It does look friggin' good. Why is the chat box being weird? It's like extra weird. Right. Nope, that doesn't look good. There we go. I guess that'll do for now. I don't know why it was in that shape. So yeah, it looks really pretty. Looks really damn nice. Marie Antoinette makes it look delicious as well. Instant A from Dre Lover. Elio says it's cake, it's French, it's an A. Rocky, cake is S tier, end of story. I agree, I love my cake. I love cake. I love cake so friggin' much. I really do love my cake. And when I look at that cake, there's nothing on there where I'm like, ew, no. And the presentation's friggin' amazing. Yeah, I think this is S tier. I think this is S tier. It makes, I want cake now. This is the first food on the tier list where I've actually gone like, yeah, I want this. I actually want it. I want it right now. Train Lover, I turn into Cake Zombie now. Done. Obviously MSR. Listy, cakes have tiers anyway. So many puns in this stream tonight. Train Lover, cake. I demand cake. I don't know why I said that in a weird accent. Rocky, the A stands for France. Evan, maybe I could go back in time and steal that cake for my birthday. Go for it. Done. Obviously, Marie Antoinette likes cakes based on the rumor. If her saying let them eat cake. Leo, I love this whole aesthetic too. Marie Antoinette and cake, so glamorous and feminine and classy. Plus, she's one of my favorite historical figures. Yeah, there's just too much to love about this. There's just way too much to love about this. It's so damn cute, so damn pretty. The pink, I think pink icing just looks friggin' super attractive and super appealing. I'm like, whenever I look at pink icing, I'm like, oh damn, I want that. And like, I love how the jam in the center has like a wave to it. That must be really hard to pull off. Done. I don't like cake. I don't know. I just can't stand it. No worries, no worries. Cursed. It would be an A for me, but it feels almost wrong to eat it with political context that they would eat this. True, true. It is quite well rendered. This was the 2010s by now, so like they're rendering, Dreamworks rendering was like high A. So yeah, this is S tier. This is totally S tier. Oh, Peabody and Shun was 2014. Yeah, I buy that. It does look it's from 2014. Yeah. So I don't really have much else to say. I think that just looks like a really pretty, fancy cake. Fantastic presentation. Marie makes it look even tastier when she eats it. So yeah, no complaints from me. This is an S tier looking piece of food. So yeah, putting an S. Okay, so what's next? Oh, Spuddies from Over the Hedge. First of all, the animals friggin' love Spuddies. Like, they will risk their lives to have Spuddies, and they'll fight over Spuddies. And it's just Pringles, and I love Pringles. I really love Pringles. My only concern is that it says classic flavor, so I don't know what flavor it could be. It's green, so it could be like sour cream and onion, I think, possibly, or cheese and onion. Which I really do like. Oh, Leah has a comment about the Marie Antoinette one. The whole let them eat cake is a lie. She never said that, and she wasn't the person most cartoony depictions make out to be. Anyone reading should look her up. It's honestly tragic. She didn't deserve the end she got. I'll definitely look into that. I'll admit that I don't really know much about Marie Antoinette. Listy, well done everyone for not saying that the cake is a lie. Damn it, you've said it now. I've seen Eddie Izzard live as well. They're amazing. I love Pringles too, particularly original Pringles. Yeah, they're basically Pringles, and Pringles are S tier crisps. They're like that. If I was to rank, if this was like a crisp ranking, I'd put it in S. I really would. Train Lover says Spuddy's getting A. Rocky says with a Spuddy, enough is never enough, and that's true. Pringles are super addictive. Leo, reminds me of sour cream and onion Pringles. That's an S or A tier. Sour cream is probably my favourite flavour of Pringles as well. Train, enough truly would not be enough for me. Cursed. Before the stream, I was already gorging on Texas barbecue Pringles. That's a good one as well, yeah. So yeah, there's no arguments. These are just really good Pringles that the animals will fight over and risk their lives for. So what's... No problems, no flaws. It's flawless. Spuddies will go in. We've got quite a lot of S tiers going on. Okay, so what's the next one? Oh, cheesy dibbles from the Penguins of Madagascar. They're just Whatsits. That's what we have. It's a British crisp called Whatsits. They're like cheese puffs kind of things. I'm not that much of a fan of Whatsits, if I'm honest. I think they're okay, but they're not the kind of crisp that I'd go straight for. I'd say most Whatsits are like A tier for me. I'm like, if Whatsits is the only thing to eat at a party, then I'll eat them. Liz says, I used to love Over the Hedge, the movie, the game, and being a feral animal and stealing food and all sorts of from humans. Timey loves this stuff. I even remember the DVD feature showing all the concept art of the food packaging, and I found it fascinating. Basically, Whatsits are an A. Yeah, Whatsits are very much an A kind of crisp. Like, they're not bad, they're not mid, but they're also not outstanding. They're in that little fine line between being, like, amazing and good. They're kind of like, eee. Evan, those remind me of Cheetos, which I despise, especially because of the orange around the penguin's mouth. Yeah, they're very powdery. I think that's one of the things that, like... I think that's one of the main reasons I don't usually get Whatsits, is because they're kind of messy. And a bit too crunchy as well. A bit too airy. There's stuff that stop it from being an S, but at the same time, they do take the flavor. The flavor is what makes them so great. Evan, those reminds me of Cheetos, which I despise, especially because... Oh, you just read that, sorry. Train Lover, the North Wind is an undercover crunch. Listy, they're okay, A or B. Evan, is this a C tier? No, this is an A. This is definitely an A. Leo, last week me and a shopkeeper had a mutual drooling at Homer Simpson's groan at the prospect of Whatsits the size of those large packing peanuts. Ooh. Train Lover, I actually like Cheetos, despite not eating them in a long while. Leo, gotta love it when you just let them melt in your tongue, though. Yes, that's the only reason I would actually get Whatsits is the melting part. Like, it's a really nice cheesy flavour and it melts in your mouth. That's what stops it from being lower than A. It has its flaws, but it's dang good. So yeah, I'm gonna go with this. This is definitely an A. Cheesy Dibble is definitely an A for me. It's the first A. Ooh. Okay, so what's the next one? Waffles! Okay, so Sorry about the quality of the picture, by the way. It's the best I could actually find. So first of all, it's waffles with a ton load of syrup, and the fork is there available for you. But it's a trap. It's a trap. So it's but at the same time, Donkey is told it's a trap and he's still willing to eat it. And I don't blame him, because some good waffles with syrup can be so dang good. I can't remember who set the trap in the film. I think it was the ogres. I've not watched Shrek 4 in so long, so yeah, I can't remember what the context of the trap was. I just remember it being a trap. Listy, I'm happy to be trapped for waffles. Agreed. Leo, waffles and syrup, can't go wrong with that. A tier. Yeah, if it wasn't a trap, it'd be S tier. I feel like waffles is one of those rare foods where you're like, ooh, there's consequences to eating this, but maybe it's worth it. I'm gonna be in a cage after eating these, but at least I ate some good waffles. It's the ogres that trap them, right? Leo says, okay, it's a trap. I feel like my rating will depend on who's trying me up. It's the ogres. And the thing is, the ogres are pretty sound. The ogres are pretty sound. And once they realise, okay, you're not a threat, they'll start partying with you. They'll cook for you. You know, okay, S tier. When you think about the context of the trap, yes, it's a trap, but you'll only be trapped for a little while until you convince the ogres, I mean no harm. And you just chill at their camp, and you get to enjoy their traditions. So yeah. Yeah! It's a really good point, actually, yeah. This is S tier. You get to eat some waffles, then chill out with some ogres. What's the downside? Listy, you get waffles and you get to hang with ogres. Yeah, pretty damn sick. Yeah, that's totally cool with me. Yeah, no, you can't convince me otherwise. Yeah, and that's a damn load of syrup. I like my waffles just be soaked in syrup. So yeah, I'd eat this. I'd take this trap. As long as I know in my head, there's gonna be ogres. It'll be ogres. I don't have to worry. Ogres are gonna be there. The ogres in Shrek 4 are nice, and you get to team up with them and fight a villain. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Oh, they have a kitty as well. Is this an S plus or what? This is an S plus. This is an S plus. Leo, it sounds like the best situation to happen in D&D. I want to find a plate of waffles, then buddy up with a band of ogres. Yeah, this is S. I know I started off as A, but once I realized that it's not a sinister trap, it's a fun trap. That's cool. And you can, while you wait for the ogres, you can finish the waffles. Okay, so the next one is also from Shrek. It is the weed rat. The weed rat. I'm not sure how good it tastes. But there is some charm to the fact that it was made on a campfire, and it's part of ogre culture, and you get to share it with Shrek. And it's a very romantic scene as well. This is like probably the most romantic scene in one of the most romantic scenes in the film. So yeah, there's a romantic context there. I just don't know how good it will taste. I'm not sure how much meat will be there. Oh, I forgot. Wait. Oh, I forgot to put the waffles in S tier. I moved it straight onto it. Sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry. Let's go back to rat. So, what do people think of weed rat? Leo. Now I'm just imagining a giant D&D ogre in a chef's apron, oven gloves, and holding a plate of waffles. Oh lord. I think there's actually a chef in Shrek 4. There's a chef. There's a chef Shrek. There's a chef ogre in Shrek 4. I think he's voiced by Fred Williamson. I think that's his name, or am I thinking of someone else? I forgot his name. What's his name? Listy. Too many itty bitty bones to eat around. Yeah. It kind of looks like it. I don't know if anyone's tried this before, but like there's like this Asian delicacy where it's like chicken's feet. It's probably going to taste like that. Leo, is it weird that the first thing that puts me off is how many small bones there would be? Yeah, a lot of people make points about bones. Again, I've had KFC chicken with that same problem. Like Full Girl, they kind of look good. I know they are rats, but it looks well roasted and would almost give it a chance. Yeah, if I wasn't a vegetarian, I'd probably like try it out of curiosity. Yeah. And like for 2001 rendering standards, they do a decent job making a roasted piece of meat look appealing. So yeah, I would say this is possibly A or like a high B. What do people think? Cursed. As someone that has eaten satays on a stick, I can't really fault this one, so maybe a B tier. Leo, I'd try rat, cooked, deferred, prepped properly. Shrek's done a good job on this. I tried them. Evan says A tier as well. Yeah, it's very much an A tier. Like I wouldn't desperately want it, but like the curious part of me would be like, ooh, I wonder what it's like. And yeah, I remember Fiona really liking it as well. So like it's not just an ogre delicacy. Oh wait, Fiona's also an ogre technically. A. Oh, and Leo says B. It's kind of like in the middle of A and B. I wish is someone. I mean, end of the day, it is rat. So maybe like a high B. I think it is probably like a high B. When you remember what it is. So yeah, let's go with high B. Okay, so what's... Whoa! Next one is the dinner that Shrek eats alone. I don't know, because on the one hand, I love this scene so much because of the atmosphere. And, like, a part of me thinks, like, I don't care what Shrek is eating, the atmosphere he builds around his dinner and how cute it is and how he manages to enjoy eating alone in his own way. Oh, I can't fault it that much. Yeah, it's a giant slug. It's probably gonna not taste that great. I've not tried escargot, so I don't know. But that pumpkin looks really nice. I'm not sure how good the eyes taste. I can't. There's any drinks there? I can't see any drinks there. It's with 2001 rendering. It's hard to tell what half of these things are. Like, what are those green things? Leo says pumpkin looks cool. Giant slug, no. But what's the green stuff? Yeah, I don't know what the green stuff is. I really can't tell, even when I look really closely. Huh. I don't know. I think it's just greens. just green veg maybe or something. But yeah, I'm curious what he's drinking. Because what you're drinking can really complement a dinner. Evan, where is the green stuff in the picture? Like right at the bottom of the table. It's like right next to the slug and below the pumpkin. Leo says, I get what you mean, because, well, that's what I do every day, just enjoying a comfortable meal on your own. Yeah, because I live in a pub, I don't have a dining room. I do not have a dining room. So I eat at this chair. I eat at this chair. So whenever I see someone eating at a table, I'm jealous. To me, that's privilege. That's luxury. Leo says the drink is in the little tree trunks, even has a branch for a handle. That is super cute. I think this is A tier. Yes, it's probably not going to be great, but in terms of presentation, Shrek does a really good job of making it look appealing, even though it probably isn't appealing. I'd say it's like an A, B. It's like wrestling between A and B for me at the moment. What do people think? I'm like in between A or B. Leo says maybe it's best we don't know what these things are. That's a good point. Maybe they're ogre peas. I don't know. Yeah, I'm A or B. I'm going between them both. What do people think? Lista says B. I just can't get mad at it because of the atmosphere and presentation. I can't. I really can't. It's so damn cute. It's if I was to do top 5 favorite scenes in the Shrek franchise, this scene would be there. I just love this scene so much. You just feel how warm it is. You feel how cozy it is. Oh, love it. Leo says I'd say D tier for taste, but an A for presentation and coziness. So maybe B. Maybe B because B is like, I think B is fair. I feel like B is a fair grade for this. Finds that right balance of praising it and also realizing it's not going to taste good. Okay, what's the next one? The pizza in Trolls. Now I don't know what to think. Because on the one hand, pizza, hell yeah, but on the other hand, you don't know what's on that pizza because of the setting of the film. And you got to remember that these characters eat trolls. So I'm like, what's on that pizza? I'm a little, Kirsten, I remember on the Fine Brothers channel, they recreated the pumpkin to eat. Oh, nice, the Shrek pumpkin. I'll be 100% down for, like, recreating Shrek's dinner. I'll do that. I might even do that for my birthday. Maybe get like a slug cake instead of an actual slug, though. So yeah, what do people think of this pizza? I don't know. I've noticed the pepperoni looks quite bright, but that might be just the picture resolution. It was very difficult to find a decent shot of the pizza. Yeah, it just looks pink. For some reason, everything looks a bit pink. Rocky says pepperoni pizza is S tier. That's if it is pepperoni. Evan, keep in mind, real life pepperoni is made from dead pigs, so maybe the troll pepperoni tastes good too. I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone have any opinions on this at all? I don't know. I don't really have any strong feelings. It's just pizza, but I just don't. I don't know what's on it. Lou says, I'm picky when it comes to pizza. I'm not an average tomato sauce pepperoni fan. I'm a barbecue and garlic pizza person. Yeah, I do. Oh, barbecue sauce on pizza is just so freaking good. So I'd say that's an A, to be fair. Lisa says, I'd eat a troll, especially if it was the Russell Brand troll. Yeah, to be fair, I wouldn't feel guilty, because like, most of the trolls in this film are annoying as hell. So yeah, even if it is troll, I wouldn't mind. But at the same time, I just don't know what's on there. I wish I saw the menu at this restaurant. I'm okay. A. I'd say probably an A. Probably an A. Oh, damn it, Leo. Are you sure you don't know where he's been? Oh. I think that's why I'd go with A. You don't know who's voicing that troll. Could be anyone. So yeah, A. Does people think A is fair, or am I being too nice? I mean, the cheese looks good, and I like the size of the crust. Because I usually like my pepperoni with some jalapenos, but A tier is fine with me. So yeah, A. People agree A? A? A. Hey, is A good? Let me know. A up. Yeah, I'm at the moment I'm sticking to A. I'm definitely sticking to A at this second. But if anyone has any points, then maybe like dock points, then let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. I mean, one point I'll make is that in the context of the scene, it's pizza for a cute little date. So yeah, it's got a romantic side to it, and it's kind of adorable that they're having pizza together. So A, everyone says that A seems fair. So yeah, it does. Like, yeah, it might have its problems, but pizza is pizza. And A is a bit more space in it. Anyway, okay. So the next one is the tacos from Turbo. So first of all, it's made by actual Mexicans. These are Mexican brothers. So they know what they're doing. It's definitely going to be the genuine taco. It's not going to be westernized. It's the proper taco. But I'm not a fan of tacos. I love my burritos, but like I find tacos a bit too crunchy. I like my soft food. But maybe I need to retry a taco. It's been a long, long time since I had a taco. I don't think I've ever had a taco since I was a teenager. Any taco fans in chat? Any taco fans? Those look like very tiny tacos as well. Like the size of their hands. Tacos mainly like you need like 2 hands for them. I mean, like he's using his other hand, but it's mainly to like catch anything falling from him. Listy, I think you can get soft shell tacos. Ooh, I'm trying those then. Ever since I do love nacho meat in tacos. There seems to be a lot of greens in the tacos, which I'm fine with as a vegetarian. Leo, I've just realised that I've never eaten tacos before, but it's if they're authentic and made by actual Mexicans, you can't go wrong. I do think S tier. I don't really have any problems. It's the authentic Mexican tacos, made by a pair of brothers. That's pretty cool. It's like there's some family love put into it as well. Kirst, I do like the way that Angela prepares the tacos, and maybe B tier for me. Yeah, I think the only thing that makes me kind of like questionable about it is that they just look quite small. They look like bite-sized tacos, so they might not be very filling. Lisa says it's a family recipe. You can't hate on that. Exactly. Yes, it's a family recipe. Dang, now I feel really bad putting it any lower than S. You know when something's a family recipe, it is going to taste S tier. Leo, the authenticity gives them a lot of credit, so I'd say A. Yeah, I'm probably in high A then. Probably a high A. Yeah, they do look tiny. They do look. I think that's the only thing that makes me go like, hang on. Looks like you finished that in 2 bites. If you want a proper taco, I feel like you should have like something you can have both your hands to grip on. It's that big. Do people feel like A is fair for tacos? For these tacos, to be exact. Is A good? Yeah, they're small. Yeah, Listy also say I'm gonna go with A. Let's go with A. A seems fair. Okay, so the next one is from my country. It's cheese. It's Wallace and Gromit's cheese. The thing is that Wallace and Gromit is such because okay, let me go back a bit. So because Nick Park studied animation in my city of Sheffield, Wallace and Gromit is kind of like seen as a big thing here. So much so we have a cheese festival here, endorsed by Wallace and Gromit. I'm not kidding. We have a Wallace and Gromit cheese festival here. It's that important to my city's culture. But yeah, cheese. You can't go wrong with cheese. Cheese is friggin' amazing. But if you look at the cheese in this scene, the rabbit has eaten most of the cheese, but there's some cheese he's not touched. But yeah, it's cheese is cheese, and I feel like Aardman's always been really good at doing, like sculpting very tasty looking cheese, which is tough because like I actually used the clay. Okay, so the clay that I've used for my studio animations was the exact same clay that Aardman used for their animations, and it's really tough to mold. So I'm impressed that they managed to make some like really nice looking cheese. Evan, maybe an A tier since some of this cheese on the ground covering in dirt. Yeah, there's some on the dirt, there's some with like rabbit bites in them. But there's some that are on a table that haven't been touched by the rabbit, so maybe A tier. I'd probably go with A tier. It's a little messy, but at the same time, that rabbit's friggin' adorable. And he'll be chatting away while you're eating your cheese. You can have a nice little chat with him. Leo says, I'd say A tier. It's a wide variety there. Yes, yeah. So there's something for whatever your taste. Exactly, yeah, there's quite a lot of choices there. And you can always eat around the bite marks of the rabbit. You can see where they've eaten and think like, okay, I'm not going to eat that part of the cheese. But yeah, I'd say it's A. It's A. There's a lot of cheese there. Wouldn't eat it all. Well, I'd definitely eat it. Listy. Oh, I do like a bit of gorgonzola. So yeah, 18 people think that's fair. We're almost at the end of the stream now, so might as well like speed through the last couple. I mean, there's not much else to really say. It's just nice looking cheese. Some of the cheese is quite big as well, so there's a lot to get through. Evan says A. Is A fair? Everyone agree that A is fair? A? Yeah, let's go with A then. A up. You're going in A, you are now. Right. Okay, so the last one is Gromit's marrow. Now, I've not had marrow since I was a kid. I've not had marrow since I was a child, so I can't remember what it even tastes like. The memories have probably flood back once I actually have a marrow, but like, yeah, it's been ages. But a bit like the tuna casserole, I'd put this in S tier because of the love that has gone into it. Gromit is so passionate about this thing and so proud of this thing that, like, regardless of the taste, I love the love that went into this thing. I really do. He is so damn proud of how big he got it, and because it's so big, you can share it with lots of people, or it can last you a while. So yeah. Evan says I'm shaky on marrow since it looks way too big to eat or even cut. Well, as far as I remember, regular marrow isn't that big. Kirst, I don't really want to eat it at the risk of offending Gromit. Aww. Listy, apparently they called it a watermelon in the US, so you could judge it on that too. I do like my watermelon, but that's not a watermelon. How dare they dub that into a watermelon? Leo, I've never had marrow before, so I have no clue. I can't remember what it tasted like. It is... Dang, I wish I could like call up my mum right now and say, Mom, what did marrow taste like when you made it me? I wish I knew. I remember what rhubarb tasted like. That's like a British dessert. I think it's like a vegetable root. I remember what rhubarb tastes like, because rhubarb was one of my favourite things that my family grew in the garden. So yeah, growing up, we actually had a lot of homemade ingredients for our dinners, because my garden was like just practically like, it was like so many things we grew in the garden. Like you could walk out into my garden and just start picking berries or something like that, or take tomatoes off a plant. Yeah, that was that kind of garden. It was awesome. One of the benefits of having an environmentalist family. Evan, is marrow a fruit or a vegetable? It's a vegetable as far as I remember. Leo, but seeing this image makes me feel so warm inside. Yes, because it inspired me to grow my own vegetable garden in my grandma's house. God, those were good times. Oh, so sweet. Kirst, also RIP to the same... R.I.P. R.I.P. to the same marrow after Gromit slams it into the end of the film. Oh, this is such a sad bit. You know what, I'd eat this marrow just to make Gromit happy. Even if I had to pretend to like it, I'd be like, it's great! It's so good! Please smile! Rhubarb crumble is so good, Listy. So damn good. Oh, rhubarb crumble. Dang, I want rhubarb crumble now. I think I'll ask my mum to make some for my birthday. Leo, oh god, they did call it melon in the US. Yeah, blasphemy. So the Yanks wouldn't be confused. They made the actors redub it. So you can tell that Aardman and the actors hated this due to the way the lines are read. I'd be pissed. How dare you take a part of our culture and dub it into what it's not? Dang it. Listy, shout out to those amazing background tomatoes. Oh, yes, those tomatoes look so good. I think that adds to it as well. Technically in that scene, the tomatoes are there to eat too. So, this is S. I'm sorry, this is S. This is S. I don't know what it tastes like. Nobody in chat knows what it tastes like, but who cares? Goran made it with love, and there's some tomatoes for sides. It's great. It's S tier. How can you argue with that? Unless there's someone here that remembers what marrow tastes like and can say it tastes like shit. Hello, Billy. Am I late? Yes, this is the last one on the tier list, I'm afraid. But the whole stream will be archived to my second channel, Jambareeqi Highlights, which people should subscribe to, because that's where I archive all of my streams. Defo S. Yeah, it's S. It's S. It's S. There's just love there, and I want to eat it so the Gromit is happy. I'd eat the whole thing just to make Gromit happy. I love Gromit that much. Listy says, never had marrow, but it's a squash, so I imagine not far from a pumpkin. I think it's going to be good. It's a good tasting. It's a good tasting. Good tasting. So there you have it. It's S tier. No arguments there. S tier. S tier. There you go. Okay, let's round this up. So in S tier, we have the cookies from Boss Baby, the tuna casserole from Captain Underpants, the dumplings from Kung Fu Panda, the noodle soup from Kung Fu Panda, the cake from Mr. Peabody and Sherman, the spuddies from Over the Hedge, the waffles from Shrek 4, the marrow, and the tomatoes from Wars and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. In A tier, we have cheesy dibbles from the Penguins of Madagascar, we have the pizza from Trolls, we have the tacos from Turbo, and we have the cheese from Curse of the Were-Rabbit. In B tier, we have the honey from B-Movie, the egg from Croods, the giant bird meat from Croods, the weed rat from Shrek, the dinner that Shrek eats alone. In C tier, we have baby food. It's the only one that's ended up in C tier. In D tier, we have uncooked chicken pie, uncooked fish, an uncooked steak. All the D tier, just everything that's raw. I should just name this the raw. Okay, let's do that. It's just the raw tier. It's the raw tier. Leo says, I'm surprised Katzenberg never figured out how that would be a weird shaped melon. It's Katzenberg. Katzenberg's whole career has just been stupid decisions after stupid decisions. I can imagine it was him that actually said, hang on. What the hell's that? It looks like a watermelon. Let's change it to watermelon. Billy says, I hate veggies. I love veggies. Leo, I dread to think there were some American audiences that saw this film and thought, do they in English not have round watermelons? They have them along over there. Dang, yeah, there's gonna be American kids that grew up with this film and think that we just that we grow long-shaped watermelons in our garden. Leo, Dreamworks has done so much good food. It's the raw tier. It's the raw tier. It doesn't even deserve a tier. Cook it and then you get to be part of a tier. Yeah, Dreamworks I'm really impressed by how well Dreamworks food is. Like when you're like only bad food is like, well, it's baby food, well, it's not cooked. That's not bad. That's not bad considering that like Pixar had literal garbage and shit. Leo, Jam, you should see the Aardman documentary. It's hilarious how much the Aardman team low-key couldn't stand Katzenberg. Don't blame them. I can't stand Katzenberg either. People should check out Waking Sleeping Beauty because that just really puts things into perspective and makes you realize, wow, Katzenberg is an idiot. He really is. Like every time you see an animation history documentary, it always has like this story of like, the animators are really proud, the artists are really proud of their work, they thought like the story was going really great, they had a pitch screen of Katzenberg hated it and changed everything. That's it, that's always the story. So yeah, before I head off, what is, out of all of these things here, which is the Dreamworks food that you would have the most? Like you could only pick one from these, which one would you have? So you got the cookies from Boss Baby, you got the tuna casserole from Captain Underpants, you got the dumplings from Kung Fu Panda, you got the noodle soup from Kung Fu Panda, you got the cake from Peabody and Sherman, you got the spuddies from Over the Hedge, you got the waffles from Shrek, you've got the marrow from Waffles and Gromit, you've got the cheese dibbles from Penguins of Madagascar, you've got the pizza from Trolls, you got the tacos from Turbo, you got the cheese from Waffles and Gromit, you got the honey from B-Movie, you got the eggs from Croods, you got the giant meat from Croods, you got the weed rat from Shrek, you got the dinner alone from Shrek, you got the baby fruit from Boss Baby, you got the chicken pie, you got the fish, and you got the steak. So out of all those, which one would you definitely, absolutely have? Evan says the cake. I don't know what I'd have. I actually don't know what I'd have from all those. Ah, dang. It's just one. You know what, I'd probably go with noodle soup. Because noodle soup's my favourite meal of all time. Why didn't I think that? I love my noodle soup, so I would go with the noodle soup. Lissy also says the noodle soup. Leo says George Lucas visited the Were-Rabbit set and he said they complimented him. But the second the secretary came in to say Jeff was in the line, they all said, we're not in. Don't blame them. Don't blame them. Rocket says, I would eat the noodles from Kung Fu Panda. Lakeful Girl also says the dumplings. Kung Fu Panda is like perfected DreamWorks food. Let's all agree on that. Definitely. Like, there's no bad food in Kung Fu Panda. Like, you look at all the other franchises that are in S tier, and it's like, well, they have others that are in lower tier, other foods in lower tiers. Like Boss Baby, yeah, you've got the cookies, but you also got the baby food. And like Shrek, yeah, you've got the waffles, but you've also got a rat. Leo says, oh, I can't choose. There is so much goodness. Marie's cake, Kung Fu Panda Chinese food, waffles with a side of ogres. I can't choose. You gotta choose. One choice. If you were stuck on an island and you know only eat one of these, what should you pick? This is, oh man, I forgot the ogres. Can I have the noodles and ogres? No, just one. I think your Listy's dream would be like a noodle soup trapped by ogres. So yeah, I'm sticking with noodle soup. Okay, I hope everyone enjoyed the stream today. Hope you're well, hope you're happy, hope you're smiling. Hope you're having a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is. And definitely look out for my next video, which should be up either Wednesday or Thursday or Friday, just one of those days, which is a ranking of Sony animation sequels. The video is pretty much almost done. I'm going to try my best to finish it this week. I'm aiming to get it done before Friday. So yeah,